We've been talking about stuff like this for a while now. These different maps, these different planes of existence. Platinum WoW dropped a video all about planes of existence. It's a shorty, but let's check out what he has to say about this stuff. I want to learn more about this lore.
Guardians of the Dream is the latest patch in Dragonflight, and during this new chapter, we'll be exploring the wondrous realm of the Emerald Dream. But this isn't the first time we've explored other realities in World of Warcraft. I'm Platinum WoW, and in preparation for this new patch, let's cover 13 of the most iconic planes of existence and how it all really works in the Warcraft universe.
Yeah, let's find out.
Okay, so for starters, the Warcraft universe is filled with tons of different cosmic forces, all fighting over control of various realities across the universe. There's the light and the void, life and death, order and disorder, and plenty of other forces in between. We can see these cosmic forces be harnessed and battle for control in the reality we currently live in, the Great Dark Beyond, which is the most neutral plane of existence that Azeroth exists in.
Yeah.
Along with Outland.
What?
Kind of. The barrier between our reality and the Twisting Nether on Outland has been collapsed by chaotic magic.
Right.
The Twisting Nether is a plane of existence where the forces of light and void battle with each other, and this tumultuous realm is what connects all of the various realities together. And it's the domain of the Burning Legion.
Right. This is where their souls go. This is why when you kill a demon, they don't really die unless you kill them in the Twisting Nether. Right? Their soul just goes there and they reform and come back.
Could you help? Please, help me.
You know who's also there? Magnus Manastorm, the dad of the infamous gnome mage Millhouse Manastorm.
Really?
But
he's in the Twisting Nether.
How did he even get here? Well, the story goes that Magnus Manastorm threatened the fate of Dalaran and all of Azeroth, and his own son had to help in imprisoning him in the Phantasm Zone, a floating dimension within the Twisting Nether, where he's just doomed to float for all eternity.
That sucks.
Another dark realm of existence is Ny'alotha, the sunken city. Here the old gods have altered time and space, where the Black Empire has conquered the world of Azeroth, and represents their inevitable goal of all serving the eternally hungry old gods. The old gods have attempted to make this realm a reality many times throughout Warcraft's history. One of their first...
Look, honestly, looking back at everything the old gods have told us, I recently talked about how the Curse of Flesh, that's the Titans call it the Curse of Flesh. It's actually the gift of will, the gift of free wills. That's what they gave us, because before that, we were just like these Titan things that were controlled by them and did whatever they said. Everything the old gods have said, almost, has been more true than anything the Titans have ever told us. The old gods are the real truth tellers. They're the giver of free wills. They're the truth tellers. Are they the good guys? They certainly seem more good than, if you want to do on a good versus evil, they're more good than the Titans are, that's for sure.
First attempts was thousands of...
And everything we've ever heard about Ny'alotha and the sunken city and all that stuff from the Titans is a lie. They talk about it, that there's this horrible thing. It might have not been.
Years ago on primordial Azeroth. During this war, the Keepers and the Titan Forged battled against elementals who were enslaved by the old gods and banished them to the elemental plane. The elemental plane is a single dimension with 4 interlinked domains,
hard about rating
and they serve as glorified timeout corners for the enslaved elementals. Later on in history, the Titan Keepers were deciding if they should empower the Proto-Dragons with the power of the Titans so they could help in defending Azeroth. All of them agreed to do so, except for Odin. But no one really valued Odin's opinion, so they empowered the 5 dragon aspects.
So wait, Odin doesn't like the dragon aspects? I actually had no idea about that lore.
Anyways.
That's interesting.
This made Odin pretty upset, and he decided to do his own thing for a while. With the help from Helya, he ripped out a chunk of Ulduar and lifted it up into the sky, creating the fortress called the Halls of Valor.
This makes so much sense now.
These halls are where the mightiest of Odin's Vrykul champions serve him in eternal life as reward for being faithful, mighty warriors. Later on, Helya would be convinced by one of her corrupted brothers to betray Odin and lock him and his warriors inside of the Halls of Valor and create her own realm of death, Helheim. which is the polar opposite of the Halls of Valor, and it's a place where the dishonorable are sent to endlessly battle in order to seek glory, but never obtain it, as they sail through the endless...
Dude, this makes so much sense now. I didn't know that this was how this whole thing worked. Okay.
Seas of torment.
Odin hates the dragon aspects.
Okay, so back to the dragon aspects. They were empowered to defend Azeroth, so the Keepers could do everything but the actual job they were created for.
All right.
Okay, fall back, fall back, fall back. Freya.
This is great. They're running a LAN party.
I need heals.
I'm healing you, I'm healing you.
I'm ulting! Okay, push, push, push. Orisa 1. Orisa. Focus Orisa now.
But before the Keepers left to start their gaming, they did leave the dragons with the Wormrest Temple. Beneath this beacon of dragon culture resides the Chamber of Aspects, where all of the dragonflights would meet to discuss dragon topics. And here there are different dimensions called sanctums for each of the respective dragonflights. This is where they lay their eggs and protect them from the dangers of the outside world. But it doesn't really seem to work that well, since the Obsidian Sanctum and the Ruby Sanctum were attacked during the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. And we have yet to see the bronze, green, or blue Dragonflight Sanctums, so we can only really speculate on what could be inside.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
In many capital cities, you'll find groups of ethereals offering their complicated technomancy talents. The process of using technomancy is a mysterious arcane art they originally learned on their homeworld of Karesh. And with it, they can transmogrify your armor, increase its strength, and create pocket dimensions called void storage.
Will we ever get playable ethereals? Man, they are such a cool looking race. I've always wanted to be one. I just don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Plane of reality, where you can hoard random items from your adventures.
I'd like to go back to their home planet.
Again.
Or, you know, ethereals didn't always look the way they look right now. Like this whole bandage thing where they're keeping their essence together. I wonder what they used to look like and what their home world looked like. It'd be really cool to be able to go there one day and actually see that.
But we got to talk about my favorite pocket dimension.
Step right up. Behold the amazing
I know, their planet was
talents.
destroyed. I'm saying maybe go back in time and see what it looked like kind of thing. Yeah, it blew
At
up.
that rate, Akazamzarak. That's me. How you doing?
During the Legion expansion, mage players had the opportunity to enter the pocket dimension located inside of the Goblin's Hat.
All right, pal. Just poke around in there and see what's going on with the rabbits. How did a wolf get in there? Well, don't just stand around. Kill the thing!
Transporting them to a field full of bunnies and a wolf that somehow snuck its way inside.
Interesting.
Players defeat the wolf so the great magician can continue his tricks.
Gaze in astonishment as I produce a rabbit from this ordinary hat. Hey, look at this. Tips are appreciated. Show's over, folks. Go on, scram.
This legitimately has lore behind it? Well, I wonder how he's going to connect this to the planes of existence.
Get out of here, kid. You bother me.
And you know, I guess summoning a rabbit out of thin air isn't even really that impressive. I mean, look, I can do it too.
What the what now? Oh, yeah, sure. Keep that up. You might just disappear, bub.
Here's another one of my favorites. Players can obtain the portable pocket dimension, which is just a 32-slot bag, but later on in the Sepulchre of the First One's raid, you have the chance to get the warped pocket dimension, which is a trash item that when you open it, it contains another warped
I used to loot this all the time and get annoyed with it.
And it contains another warped pocket dimension, and then another, and another,
it's just
and
infinite.
another. And this will repeat for all of eternity. And you know what? I wonder what would happen if I placed it in the void storage pocket dimension.
I thought he was actually going to show something that happens and I messed up by deleting that item. Ah, yes, Oribos, the Sky Dildo, one of the worst designed cities in the entire game. I could never figure out where the hell I was in this
All souls
place.
from all mortal beings from all realities will eventually find themselves in the Shadowlands. Warcraft's afterlife. Upon entering the
I'm not gonna lie. Now that we look back on Shadowlands, you know what I think of when I see the inner halls of Oribos? I think of COVID, and how everything changed. Man, COVID was Shadowlands. That was literally everything that happened. Got sent home, worked from home, did all that shit. And when you first got sent home, you had like no work because nobody knew how to do this shit or run a company from home. It was crazy, man. What a time to be alive.
Afterlife. Upon entering the Shadowlands, you'll be judged by the Arbiter, who decides which reality in the Shadowlands is the perfect fit for your soul. There are an endless amount of realities here, but the ones we do know about is the eternal damnation.
By the way, just remember, we currently have an Arbiter, right? An Arbiter that is made from the light. It's the fake light that the Titans created. So now the Titans have basically inserted into the Death Realm their own control, creating order in the Death Realm. It's all connected, boys and girls. The Crown of Wills, what a funny name. What a funny name for people who are totally anti-free will.
Fit for your soul. There are an endless amount of realities here, but the ones we do know about is the eternal damnation awaiting for you in the Maw,
with the Primus,
the sinful lands of Revendreth, the chaotic, war-torn realm of Maldraxxus, and the pretty chill lands of Bastion, where you get to hang out with Bluther. That's Blue Uther. Another significant realm is Ardenweald. This is a mystical forest of hibernation where the natural spirits travel to upon death so that they can be reborn anew in the Great Cycle. The protector of this realm is the Winter Queen, who helped cultivate the new world tree of Amirdrasil, which was then transported to its sister realm, the Emerald Dream. The Emerald Dream is the polar opposite in the Great Cycle. It is a land flourishing with life, which was originally created by the Keepers, and represents an evolutionary map for Azeroth's flora and fauna. It is the ever-shifting dimension under the protection of the Green Dragonflight, where time and space hold no meaning, and nature flows without interruption. As I mentioned previously, the new world tree of Amirdrasil is being cultivated here, but its safety is threatened in Dragonflight's newest patch, Guardians of the Dream.
Bring it into our reality.
Scorching flame threatens to destroy the Dream, as the primal incarnate Farak and the Druids of the Flame rampage across the lands, and it's up to adventurers to stop the new world tree from being corrupted into a weapon of living flame.
Corrupted?
Has anybody just thought we could defeat him by giving Farak the Magnus Manastorm treatment?
Yeah, corrupted, or is bringing the world tree into our realm actually the plan of the old gods? Remember, deeper, deeper its roots will grow. Heralding in our coming, as N'Zoth said. And I still think that's what's about to happen. We do, in fact, save the world tree. We bring it into our realm, and by doing so, I believe, connect two different planes of existence. It's going to be wild, and it's only going to get wilder. This is a good video. Love Platinum WoW, and I love where this WoW lore is going, I have to say.